Would you say you're a grateful person? When's the last time you gave thanks for what you have in your life? Welcome to Monday Motivational Moment. And my name is Dr. Rochelle. I'm with Crossroads Renewal, and I'm a life and leadership transformation coach and a clinical psychologist in my business, Crossroads Renewal, where I equip and empower people to transform their lives as they navigate through change. In this season of lots of change, many people have been struggling with worry. And it's something that I addressed in my last week's post, and if you didn't get a chance, I'd encourage you to go back and listen to an antidote for worry, where I talked about when we get into what if thinking, that it stirs up a lot of anxiety and overwhelm and worrisome thoughts. If we can shift that language from what if to what is, it enables us to focus instead on what is currently happening, and that leads to what do I have that I can use to cope. And I want to extend that idea today with helping you with a practice that is pretty easy to do, or I should say it's simple. Easy comes from your intention to practice it and get it into habit. What I'd like to encourage you to do is begin to frame your day in gratitude. Now, like a picture, you know that a frame goes around that picture, and it actually helps us to tune in more clearly into that picture with a frame. Without it, it might might blend into the background. But a frame, while it isn't what we're focusing on, it does draw our attention into the picture. So what if your day was framed with gratitude? What I mean by that is, what if you began your day and ended your day by focusing on what is something in your life that you are grateful for? So when you kind of have your mind going into worry thoughts, you can shift it to, but what is and what am I grateful for? And if you began your day with even just 3 blessings, what are 3 things that you feel very grateful for? It could be simple things like, I had a great night's rest, or I have a comfy pillow and I'm grateful for that. I think it was John Carroll who said, there is always something to be grateful for. And we've all heard that saying that with every cloud there is a silver lining. What does that mean? It means we have to look for it sometimes, because our brains can get so focused on problems that those problems expand, and that's where our thoughts remain, and that's where the overwhelm comes in. But when we can frame our lives with gratitude, what it's going to do is help bring clarity to what is in our lives that makes life better, that brings joy, that brings peace, that brings love. So I'm going to invite you right in this moment we're in to pause for just 1 minute. And I'm going to do it with you. And I want you to just think about everything, every big thing, every little thing that you're grateful for in this moment. How did that go for you? Did your mind struggle in finding things to be grateful for? Maybe at first you started with some really big things, like I'm really grateful for my home, I'm grateful for my health, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for food on the table. Those are all wonderful things to tune into. And if we're going to frame our day in gratitude, we can get even more detailed than that. And I encourage you to think about the small things that we tend to overlook, or we're just so used to that we don't even give thanks for them. And if tomorrow we were to wake up and they would be gone, we would be missing those things. So it's very important to start your day and end your day with a practice of gratitude. And I invite you to just, if a minute is too long to focus and to pause in that, then I just encourage you to think of 3 things. And if possible, anchor your gratitude to one way maybe you brought about that positive thing. Maybe it was through an interaction you had with somebody, or if you're grateful for the sunset, the way you connect to that is that you noticed it, you paused, and you enjoyed it. So even more, make your gratitude practice even more powerful by adding, what did you do that helped bring about that experience? So you can see that you have within you the power to create things, to make things even better for yourself. And when you're grateful for them, you are going to draw even more positive and good things into your life. Because what we focus on, what we think about, expands. So if you focus on the problems, that's what expands. When you focus on your worries, that's what expands. But when you focus on what is, and what is good, and what are things that, maybe everyday things that you can be grateful for, that is what expands. And your joy and your peace begin to envelop your life. So that's your challenge for this week. Focus on what is and what can you be thankful for. Frame your day at the beginning, at the end, and any time in between. Be a person of thanksgiving. And I believe you will be creating a stronger mindset. Have a blessed week.